Cool. All right. So first things first. Let's go ahead and it froze on me. Just a second here. Restart here. Okay, cool. Okay, dope. Alright, back. Go into space. Cool. Alright, here we go again. Okay, so component selection. First thing we want to do is we want to remove all the seams, right? Some shapes come default with some seams here and there. We want one UV shell first. All right, and what we do for that, go ahead and open our editor. All right, and then we're going to go back to UV menu up top here, camera based. Very important. We got one UV shell here. All right, then we can go in edge mode. Then we can, let's distract it. And then we can select our edge loops that we want to cut. Right? It helps to be in our one mode, regular polygon mode. Start selecting the edge loops we want to cut. So for the head, it's basically it's not going to work. It's basically to cut off the top and the bottom. So I got a few selected. Come over here, press and hold shift, press and hold right click, cut. Alright, go back to object mode, control 1 to hide everything else but the selected, and go inside here and get this edge loop right here and cut that as well. Alright. And then what we did for the head is we cut the back edge loop right here, directly behind the face, so that when it unfolds, the larger shell on this one, the middle will be where the face goes, right? Okay, so selected, cut. Alright, and it should show up in your tumble view as bold edge loops. I got creases on these so it doesn't show up as well. But typically it shows up as a bold edge on here. Alright, so once that's together, I can go back in here, go to UV shells. I have my separate shells. I'm going to select all of them. My marquee selecting. Press and hold shift, press and hold right click, unfold twice, not the option box. You just want to leave everything default. So unfold twice. And then I have my UV shells. Cut precisely as I need them. So this is the small inner part, as you can see in the tumble view. Right, this is the bottom, this is the top, and then this is his moneymaker right here, the face. All right. So now I can export this using UV snapshot. Oh, sorry. We have to have it selected. It's something I passed up earlier. We have to select the object when to use a UV snapshot. So, selected, UV snapshot. It's probably on my other screen. It doesn't exist right now. Crap. Just a second here. Right.
Isn't the chest area should be like one shape of stuff, like all the other stuff that's like the head and stuff? Because like when I fold it, it's only like folding like the two bottom parts, and it doesn't look like they're separate at all, like how the head looks.
You can do the body as just one UV shell, but it's probably simpler to cut out the pieces that you want to add color or add a picture or a design to, and keep that separate from the other ones. It might be a little confusing otherwise.
So don't fold it?
Fold it?
Like, should I fold it or should I unfold it?
Unfold it. Always unfold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine isn't really unfolded.
All right, because it might be because it's got a couple of links in there. Edge loops are couple edge loops that are connected, so it might be either that or selection issue.
That's an interesting reference there.
So for this one, I want to do it directly on here. So I got this kind of like a cardboard box. I got those edges on the side there. And then forward. This is what we're on. We're doing unwrapping UV shells. So let's go ahead and get that camera base there.
Excuse me, sir. You see if like I'm doing this right, because like I'm not the unfolding, but like it's just I'm just trying to make sure before I like start doing stuff and not have to go back way too far. So like right now you said UV shell, and then like I do this and fold it, and then again it does that. Is that okay? Or
Is that how you cut it?
like I have like edge loops in it, so I'm supposed to cut it.
Yeah, camera base, and then cut it open.
So it'll stay on that screen.
Object mode.
Right here.
And then camera base. Only UV. Okay. And then we go to edge mode and start cutting it open. Same thing with the face. Oh no, not cutting, but alright, so we go to edge mode, we select the faces we want to cut, and then we do shift, right click, cut, and UV after that.
here, okay. So shift, right click.
Well, let's select the edges first, and then we can shift.
So do I just do it like this to select all of them?
Let's select the edges in tumble view first. Tumble view, so preview.
Oh, yeah.
So, there we go.
Oh,
Select the edges in there, then we go back to UV editor and cut them.
oh.
So we want to unfold it like a box.
Somebody, it's still not home.
Yeah, so let's go to UV shells. So we put the shells there. And then let's assemble.
So now my question is, do I just do it like this? Like, or you want, am I supposed to grab all the edges?
No, just the ones you want to cut the UV shell at. So,
Let me just, so I guess if I'm going for the chest area, it should be focusing on these.
is that what we want to set there?
In the middle?
Oh, the edges, yeah.
Edges is right here.
Right. Go ahead and cut that. It's probably just as simple as you cut all the edges.
All of them?
Right. And then it has 6 panels to work with. And one of those panels you place the design.
He says I can cut it from all of them, like one is working, like, now I see it.
Let's see. Cool.
Like that.
Okay. All right. So I have my edges cut out in the UV editor here. All right. So I went to image, snapshot. My dialog popped up. All right. So browse for a place on the PC where I remember it will be saved to. So I'll just say desktop right here. So the default name, call it Alt UV. I already have one saved. So I'll save it as the second version here. Hit save. Make sure it's JPEG. Leave everything else default. And apply and close. Alright. So what I can do with that is I can open up Photoshop. JPEG. JPEG. And then when you save it out of Photoshop, PNG. We're waiting for Photoshop here. Cool. All right. Can open up my Alt UV version 2. Alright, cool. It opens up here. This is where I can use to plan out my texture map. Right here. Since I already have one from last class, we'll save some time and place that in here. Which I forgot what I named. So I'm just going to go to desktop here. Place it in there. And then I'm going to see if they line up. I'm going to try to see if they line up. So the way I can do that here is use a blend mode. Linear dodge so that the background bleeds through. And it looks like it's almost the same as the other one. So a couple of things off here and there. So I'm going to make my adjustments. So rasterize. Paintbrush. Color in all the shells. Make sure they have some color. All right. You say what? Well, you just need we need color for all the shells that appear in the snapshot. Okay. I think I got that together. I can turn my top layer back to normal. Yeah, since it's all top, none of the snapshot comes through, so I don't have to worry about turning this off. It doesn't really matter so much. I'm going to save it as a PNG. Desktop. Set save. Alright, then I can go back to Maya here. I'll leave this open. Then I can plug it in. So we learned from last class, we go to Hypershader. Right here. Make a new one. I'm going to use blend since blend resembles plastic pretty much. Go name it. So Lego. Let me keep it short. We'll call Lego head. Call it 2 since I think my version 1 is in there somewhere. Alright, then I'm going to plug it into color right here. So you have a color, go to the checker box next to it, and then we want to type in the file, select file. Alright, make sure everything pops up down here. If you lose it for whatever reason, say you get this instead, or it's got a bunch of other materials showing up in your graphic network area here, you can come back to your material. Here it is, Lego head number 2. Graph network pops up. So you make sure you have your file, the placement node, the material, and then the default engine that everything's plugged into. Rename the file so I can locate it just in case later on. So Lego head 2 PIC. Forgot to put MAT for material on this one. Alright, cool. So it's ready to go. So I can either mouse, click and drag onto the head here, or select the head, right click and hold, and go to assign material to selection. Both do the same thing. Alright. Let's see. Hitting 6 and nothing is happening. Oh, right. So I gotta plug in my image. Alright, so file, right here, the PIC node. Come over here, the image name, hit that folder, and then find the picture. Here we go. Alright. UV number 2. Open, plugs in, and it appears on my head after I hit 6. Right? For some of you guys, if it's not showing up so well, because the graphics card, say if you hit 6 and all you get is a blank, you can always come up here to render, which is this movie clapper right here, the blank one. It'll render your current image in the tumble view here, current view. Alright, this window pops up as soon as you click it. Make sure it's in Maya software. Alright, you might have to hit this blank movie clapper again. It'll pop up in the render view for you. And that's how we verify that the texture's on there if it's not showing up in your tumble view right here. Okay, and so we'll be doing this process for each part of the Lego character. So the torso, for instance. So it's the same thing. Hit 1 so I can get a good look at the edges here. Going to UV editor, UV camera based. Right, they'll make one UV shell for me. Go to edges over here. I have mine's parented together, so this gets kind of complicated. But go to my edges. I'll select the edges I want to cut. So I'm just going to get at these side edges right here. Bottom ones right here. And the top ones as well. Now if I did this right, there should be just one UV shell for this one. Alright, I'll come over here, do the cut, UV shell, select the body, unfold, unfold again. And I think that's right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I got a couple here. I got it separated. So I got the back separate from the front piece. So this front part of the shirt is connected to the top, to either side, and the bottom and the back are separate pieces here. All right. So make sure I unfold everything. Select the whole object. Select all the shells in UV editor. Unfold again. There we go. And then this is what I'm going to use to texture. Import this into Photoshop using UV snapshot. Color it in. Export it out as a PNG. Create my material. Link it, the PNG, to the material, and then you'll have your details for your shirt. Alright, so for next class we need a whole character that looks just like a reference, one or another. So this is on YouTube. I'll send everybody a link. Any questions? Questions? What's up? Okay, cool. Any other questions, concerns?
I think I seriously messed up on like shirt thing already.
Okay, then just start over, UV, and then camera based, and then start the cuts again.
Like I think like I already cut it, but like it won't let me undo the cut because I did so much after that.
Okay, well then you can sew it together. So if you have the same edge connected, cool. All right. If you have the same edge connected, selected, press and hold Shift, press and hold right click, and in the bottom right of the radio menu, you'll see sew together. That's the exact opposite of cut.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I just need to get rid of these extra edge loops and how do you get rid of like edge loops entirely?
Get rid of edge loops?
Yeah, because like you have like how on yours you only have like one single edge loop going down the middle of the chest area.
Yeah.
You have other edge loops to the sides where like the arms are. So I'm just trying to get it like that, but like with mine, I have like so many different edge loops. So I need to get rid of the excess ones so I can get them yours.
Well, if need be, you can select the edge loop, press and hold Shift, press and hold right click, and then delete edge in the bottom left corner here of the radio menu.
Oh, so I need to go back to like UV to do that.
No, if you want to delete the edge entirely, you just do that in the tumble view.